And we are live. Hey guys, what is up? I'm back with Udoka. We're about to, oh my gosh, go into this TikTok cult. We're going to watch part one. Petty Page did a video, which I'm sure she did a phenomenal job on. So we are going to dive into part one, and then we'll dive into part two on her channel tomorrow or the day after that.
Yeah, probably tomorrow. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool beans. Okay, so yeah, let's get right into it. I'm gonna pull the screen up. Okay.
Hi, Janice. Catching us live in the flesh. I don't hear any audio.
Oh, do you not? Oh, wait, maybe. Hold on. Hold up. No audio. Let's see. No, I didn't mean to mute your mic. Okay, so I don't know why there's no audio. Hold on. I'm trying to figure that out.
Did you do?
Why is it?
Did you tick system sound when you do share screen?
Oh wait, maybe. Hold on. Let me do that again. Remove. Delete. Okay. So share. And I did share screen.
And did you tick at the bottom left-hand corner?
Okay. It's not showing any sound on here. No, I don't know what's going on. Because you know how it has like the little sound at the top? It's not showing it. I should have made sure it worked before we started the live. Let's see.
When you do share screen, did you tick share system audio?
It's not giving me that option.
Like the little pop-up that lets you choose entire screen, window, Chrome tab. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, let's try this again. Sorry guys, we're in a live. Hey Kat, hi Janice. Sorry you're catching a live where we're struggling with, or at least I'm struggling with the audio, but hopefully this is like a quick fix. So, okay, I'm gonna do share again, do share screen. Come on. And then it just comes up as entire screen, window, and Chrome tab.
Yeah, and then do you see the share system audio at the bottom?
No, I don't. Oh, I wonder if it's because I'm on my headphones. Do you think that's it? If it's because I'm on my headphones?
Know. It shows for me. I just sent you a screenshot in your email.
Okay. Sorry, guys. We're going a little bit starting slow today. All right, server. But if you guys want to know, Trisha Paytas not striked my channel, but copyrighted like a bunch of my videos. Yeah, it doesn't have that option. Shit. Let me go get my because I didn't have this problem when I was using my mic. So I don't know if that's the case because it's not showing, it's not even giving me that option. Yeah, let me get my mic.
Yeah, Kat, of course. Anything that has Trisha Paytas in it, Trisha is gonna watch it and then copyright it for more money. She always does that because the ads that play on the
Be right
video
back.
will send the money to her. Okay. Janice. Oh, thank you, Anne. Hey, yeah, we're fixing some audio issues. So she'll be right back. You know what, Anne? I don't know if I should tell them. Blossom, read Anne's comment. Oh, I don't think she can hear me. Can you hear anything, Blossom?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you.
I hear myself in your thing. Okay, read Anne's comment.
Okay, hold on. Okay. And
you're multitasking.
Yes, it's the dynamic duo. Hi, y'all. So happy to catch this. I was bummed I missed the two-parter y'all did. You two definitely do a series or a podcast. You have a great energy. Oh, love that. Yeah, right now we're having I'm having technical difficulties right now with the audio. So, because we're trying to watch this Petty Page thing. So I'm going to see if it works this time. Let me see. Okay, chose this. What the hell? Why isn't it giving me... Okay, let's see if this will work, because I don't know. So we'll see. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Oh. You can hear it? Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I guess I'm just plugging in this whole mic thing. Let me try this. I don't know why I couldn't hear it. Or maybe I should just keep it. Do you think I should just probably keep it since you can hear it? I don't know.
Keep what?
Like, should I just use the headphones or should I just do the mic?
I heard it when you plugged in the mic. So I don't...
Okay. All right. So we'll see. Because honestly, this should work. So. Okay. Okay. Can you hear it?
No.
Okay. Can you hear it?
No.
Okay. Screw it. We're just doing the mic. We're doing the mic. I'm over it. We're doing the mic. Screw it. We're doing the mic. Because no one can hear me. Okay, guys. I'll be right back. I just gotta get something to put this mic on and we're going to start it. Okay. Sorry.
We're reacting to I don't know if y'all watch Petty Page's videos on that cult. I didn't even know we can say the word cult on YouTube. The TikTok cult.
Honestly, we're about to find out because I was questioning that too. So I don't know. Like, I'm sure she had to get the yellow dollar sign on this video.
Mm-hmm.
I know it came with the yellow. But Okay. All right, now we're good. Let's see. Yeah, mic, audio. Testing. Okay. All right, we're good. Let's do this. Okay. We can do it like mid Udoka.
Okay.
Come on.
TikTok has now become so feared that even President Trump
Hear it.
was kind of banned.
Oh, and an ad.
When I was growing up, I would make my own little homemade music videos. My favorite thing in the world was to edit them. It was so satisfying to me. This lighting is actually pretty amazing, and this kind of close up. I really get inspired.
TikTok from being used in the US. A lot of mainstream media have become increasingly worried about the quote-unquote Chinese agenda to censor all political discussion from their app. From mainstream news outlets, whilst in tandem having their very own domestic version of TikTok called Douyin. I'm probably butchering these. Because as we all know, China have now banned a lot of social media networking sites, US-based social media networking sites, such as Facebook as well as WhatsApp. That aside, with TikTok, the heavy focus actually tends to be on a user-based experience. Interaction via e-commerce.
Well, okay, she's going over TikTok.
A stronger platform, in my opinion, than say somewhere like YouTube. Because it doesn't have an auto play feature, it doesn't have an auto scroll feature.
I guess for people who don't know what it is,
you have to be active, you have to be present, you have to
like TikTok cult. What's TikTok?
Device at all times. As the biggest platform to have seen a boom like this since Snapchat almost a decade ago, that TikTok has become one of those places. Guys will be in the comment section of every other video defending their Lord and Savior. But the interesting thing is, unlike Stan Twitter, these individuals on TikTok aren't independently famous.
I like her lipstick though.
To be upstart.
Yeah.
It like matches her shirt.
Such a cool color.
Cult on TikTok is like a stark contrast to the dance star culture that TikTok is known for. The cults uplift unlikely influencers and allow the users to feel complicit in their rights. This type of bond between the creator and the user is incredibly powerful. You no longer need 1,000 true fans as conventional wisdom has previously dictated. Today, a creator can make a lot more money off a lot fewer fans. So this led me to ask a question. How did the lesbian BBW cult of TikTok develop? And why was this woman?
Why do you like big girls? Because they're fucking delicious.
Their leader, when in essence there's nothing really interesting or different about them in comparison to any other TikTok users. And how did this cult following inspire devotion to their leader by getting their leader's name tattooed on their body?
Oh my.
Oh.
I love you, and to show you that I love you, and that I am daddy's girl, and I belong to you. This is what happened.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
For you. Nothing more, nothing less.
Oh.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Their monthly paychecks, disassociating with friends and family, praying to
That's
them.
some Summer Walker
about my head
activity.
at your feet and like my body.
Oh my god. Oh no.
With to even obscene acts such as cutting them.
Okay, so real quick, I think people who are in cults, they don't even want to hear that they're in one. They don't believe that they're in one. Like,
Mhm.
I wonder what drives. Okay, I don't wonder. I feel like when people are in cults, it's because they're missing something from their own life, and so they're searching for that someone that fulfills that need. But it
Yeah.
becomes such an unhealthy behavior when you're freaking tattooing something on your skin because of someone, especially their name. Like, you have to think that person,
Mhm.
like, even just a year from now, like, is she gonna regret that? It's and that was a big one
Yeah.
too, right on the chest. Like, I don't know. It's yeah, a few of them have it and said I saw the only first part. But
Themselves as punishment during physical and emotional abuse, alleged human trafficking,
threatening to groom my 10-year-old daughter. You and your culture never did that.
and even exiles from the community, which is something that I, as an ex-JW member, have seen multiple
Oh, I didn't know
times.
she was JW.
So let's go down the rabbit hole of this cult and see where it went so drastically wrong. So Angela, known as Angela the Goddess, is a TikTok user with over 70,000 followers. She had a previous account called Angela Natural Genius that had over 170,000 followers, but that account got taken down. What for? We don't know. Editing page here, just to let you know, Angela's most recent account has since been taken down.
Okay, let me see if she has any
like I said, the story
new
constantly
ones.
developing. She is estimated to be in her late 20s, early 30s, and is from Detroit, Michigan. She has spent most of her life as a BBW woman, but has in fact lost a large amount of weight. A lot of people have said that this is through diet and exercise, and some people have also alluded to the fact that it could have been through weight loss surgery. I don't care really to give a crap about that, but that's just like the insight. She is alleged to have a stud spund, and a stud spund is a stud lesbian that somebody has as their partner. And Angela, up until recently, has even had her stud spund listed as their married partner on their Facebook account for over 4 years. However, it is unconfirmed whether this is just like a social media marriage or whether this is a legitimate marriage. It is alleged that this stud spund has their own stud cult. However, this is unconfirmed. I personally think the information is inconclusive when it comes to that. Angela's Instagram name before they made a new one.
I don't know. To me, this Angela person sounds more like I mean, I guess cults are scammers, you know, and she sounds like a scammer, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, I wonder what she does for them. And I mean, not like, I'm sure they've probably never seen each other. So she probably is just like complimenting them. She's most likely, it's so sad. Try to tell someone that they're in a cult. You know, try to tell someone that this person is using you for your money. They don't want to be your friend. They have no interest in you. They will fight you. I think people who are in cults are the most hard. It's kind of like oh, what is that terminology when you know how, like, let's say someone kidnaps you but then you fall in love with them.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, Stockholm syndrome. That's kind of what it is. Like, I feel like people who have Stockholm syndrome and people who are in a cult, they have that same like that same I don't want to say motivation, but they have that like one way of thinking, like, no, this person loves me and that is it. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, what's interesting is how people don't know much about Angela. They don't know how old she is, where she is, if that person is their partner. They don't know anything about Angela. I noticed that with scammers and cult leaders, they like keep themselves a mystery.
Right. Like, I want to know if I'm going to call this person my wifey or whatever, like, wifey, where do you live? Like, you know, like, and it's not even doxing. It's just, you know, I would like to know, are we going to see each other soon or what? It's kind of like, it's a combination of catfishing, which is kind of scamming in a way, but scamming. And it says they're in a really vulnerable place and are just looking for answers, basically someone to tell them what to do because they don't know, and someone comes along with the answers to fill that hole. Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel. I feel like, especially with cults, like, they're searching for something. They were given this attention a certain attention that no one has given them before. And, you know, they're clinging on to that. And then they tell themselves like, oh, we were friends with this person. You know, we were friends. And that's how they say it. Like, oh, no, she's my girlfriend. Or no, we're actually friends. We became friends. So no. You know what I mean? Like, that's how a cult starts. And it's so sad because the people who are in cults, they never know it. They never like it, you know.
Yeah. It's kind of like when that YouTuber, she was like a cartoon, she drew things, Creepshow art. When Creepshow art came, like, people realize she's not a good person, but she made all these friends. So all the friends didn't want to believe it. They didn't want to believe it. Like, one of them was like, she sent me flowers last week. Like, they didn't want to believe it.
Oh, I know, ready to glare.
Yeah. That's what it makes me think of. Like, you don't want to believe somebody that you're associated with and you like them is actually like a scam.
Right. It's like so hard to believe that. Yeah. Those are cults for you.
One is called Angela the Barbie 26, and because people were able to find her old Instagram, a lot of people have accused Angela of stud fishing, which is the act of presenting as a lesbian who is more masculine presenting, when in fact or in reality you are actually more so leaning towards the side of being more feminine presenting. Besides that, we really truly don't know that much about Angela, her life or her upbringing at all. Now, there have been a lot of things that have been accused of Angela, from physical violence to instigating self-harm, emotional abuse, alleged human trafficking, blackmail, financial abuse, and so much more. All of these kind of things can offer up a visceral reaction from the audience when it's given a platform. It's important to me, at the very least, to believe all victims under all circumstances. And that's how I began this story, believing every single piece of information that was coming out of these victims' mouths. I believed that Angela was this aggressive, abusive ogre taking advantage of BBW lesbian women. However, as time got on, and the more and more I started digging into this situation, I began to realize that a lot of things just wasn't adding up. And whilst I still vehemently believe, and I need you guys to literally listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth right now, I'm not choosing to take certain parts out of context because I agree with certain things. We're trying to be an objective bystander right now, to have a look at the overall situation. But when I say these words, I need you to actually hear it, recognize it. I want it to sink in. I want it to
stop patronizing us. Paige.
No, I know why she has to, because people hear what they want to hear.
Yeah.
They have done is nowhere near as sensationalized as what is happening with this story. In essence, I believe that some people are telling some lies, and some people are stretching the truth or misapprehending stuff for their own personal gain. And some people, in my opinion, are choosing to misreport / not give the sides because it serves them better to have this huge story on their hands. I think that ego and greed have a huge part to play in this.
Hey, Maya.
Not just by Angela herself, but also in the support of Miss Aaron and the clout chasing of King. Two key players that I believe will give yellow press to this story without actually just delivering the facts. And that's the only thing I deal in over here. Facts, not fish stories.
Angela's cult and recruitment process.
Angela's cult is assumed to have started in 2020 in the height of the panoramic. As her following of people grew, people did not seem to take notice of Angela's harem of women until April of 2021, when various girls were getting Angela's name tattooed on their body as a sign of devotion. She essentially found fame on TikTok by being a generally attractive woman that preferred big women and BBWs, which eventually led to a lot of plus-size lesbians and bisexuals.
Do you think, though, because she seeked like bigger woman, obese woman, do you think she was like, hey, I think they're going to have a low self-esteem because they're overweight or something? And I'm not saying like overweight women have low self-esteem, but I wonder if she targeted people who she felt like that would have a low self-esteem, if I'm making sense.
Yeah, that's what I wonder too.
Yeah, I wonder if she's like, okay, these are going to be the easy targets. They're going to be like, oh, I can't believe she's interested in me. You know what I mean? I feel like, I wonder if that was like swimming around in her head, that thought.
Yeah, because they're saying that she's stud fishing. Like I found this TikTok, you probably can't see it. It's somebody scrolling through all of Angela's old videos of her like looking like me, like having long braids and girly makeup. And they're trying to say she's not a stud. This is all an act. So if it is just an act, then yeah, maybe she orchestrated it. Like, I'm going to play a stud and I'm going to target a type of woman that I think doesn't get attention from studs like that look like me. Maybe.
Yeah, this is all like con artist shit. This is all like, what can I do to get your money? Like, what's the play? This reminds me of that show where he like always stole White Collar, I think it is. It's not on anymore, but it reminds me of how he treated everything like the play. How am I going to steal this or steal it back? Like, it kind of reminds me of that. Like, it makes me feel like she was just doing anything that she needed to do for that sale, for that coin, for each individual person, maybe. I don't know. But
Yeah,
it's crazy how we still don't know anything about her. Just like we don't know who the hell Sophia is. You know Sophia, who like apparently...
Oh, yeah. How did she do that? I want lessons from her.
Because the fact that all the T channels started talking shit about her, and they were like, but we really don't have that much to go on.
Nobody knows who she is. I was reading the Twitter stories of all the things that she did. I'm like, how did she not go to jail?
I know.
She's still out here
Jeff
somewhere.
Wittick gave her his credit card.
No, I'm sorry. That's you. Why would you do that? I don't feel sorry for Jack or Jeff, whatever his name is.
Yeah. Anne says, this is an act. As this unfolds, more is revealed. So, Anne, I guess you've seen this.
People duetting her video and interacting with her content as a way to garner her attention and possibly her affection. As you can see in some of
Time
to scout.
You gotta get that YouTube Premium, girl.
I know.
Material girl.
I need to.
In some of these old school clips of Angela, she donned wigs and weaves, and her aesthetic was essentially a lot more femme presenting. Angela then decided to take a more domineering approach when she started streaming, because she ended up getting gassed and seeing that her audience was growing and how she was able to capture everything.
Oh, maybe those were the type of people being attracted to her.
But when she realized that her fight for big girls at all costs persona was working, she then flipped the script and ended up being more masculine presenting. Quote unquote stud.
My thing is, if the BBW came up to me right now, bro, then I'm dropping everything. Fuck is you talking about? Hi, wife. How much kids do you want? Fuck is you saying? Like, come on, let's be realistic here. Let's go. I would never sit down with a bitch that's already demolishing my character for no apparent reason that know nothing about shit. Y'all be asking dumbass questions.
As that was what the majority of the lesbians and bisexuals were attracted to. Now, it's kind of unknown when the cult aspect of all of this actually started or how it started, but in order to pledge your allegiance to Angela, what you essentially needed to do was post up Angela's TikTok videos or reels or duets and pin them to the top of your profile so that you're constantly promoting Angela's content.
Oh, scam like no other. So that's why this is like how she's getting, it's almost like a pyramid scheme. It's how she's getting, she don't care about these people. The more people she has, it's going to increase her following. So even if they don't give her any money, they're still giving her something. And this is like a one-way street. It's like what do they get? Like, okay, they posted her, I guess after they pinned her videos, then she would reach out, I guess. That's the I just wonder, like, I'm not trying to be judgmental. I'm just really trying to understand. I wonder what it is. Well, I'm sure Anne, I think, already answered this in the chat, but just looking at these women, I'm just like, how can I'd be like scam right away. You know, red flag right away.
Oh, when you see her, when you see Angela, you'd be like, scam, scam.
Well, the fact that she's just on TikTok and she's just parading like, okay, you like big women, okay. Like, why do you have to keep like the fact that she keeps talking about it constantly makes me think she wants something for it, for like liking big women, you know?
Oh yeah. It kind of reminds me of like there's guys on TikTok that big up Black women. Like every video they make is, oh my gosh, Black women this, Black women that. And it just, I instantly, whenever I see somebody like that, I feel like that's nice because I don't know, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like,
are
what are you trying to get? Like, my eyebrows would be raised. And I don't know if that's, but I feel like, I guess not everyone is on, I feel like if you're like on YouTube, I don't know, because I feel like life experience too. You can catch a red
just
flag.
in life, for me, not even YouTube, just in life, I know if you're a woman of color, I thought most women of color instantly know there's a type of guy that fetishizes them. So you're on the lookout kind of for that. So I don't know. That's how my mind, that's where my mind goes.
Shit, I don't know where my mind goes. I never really thought of it that way. For me, it was just kind of like, oh, does this person like me? Am I their type? Am I not? Because, you know, like I have some extra pounds on me. So I always just thought, okay, you know, there's going to be people who like skinnier people. There's going to be people who like bigger people. And you just kind of, you know, talk and see if they like you or not. But, yeah, with her, it's just her whole entire behavior is very questionable. And if I did see her on TikTok, I'd be like, okay, she's just, you know, trying to look for more followers or whatever. You're not funny. Move on. Like, I wouldn't like, I don't know. But everyone's looking for something, and she obviously targeted the right people.
Yeah. She targeted people who buy that. I don't know. If I saw that video that would everyone, oh, if big BBW came, I'll drop everything. I'm like, is this a skit? Is this a joke? I would be very side-eye. I don't know.
Yeah,
just the
and
way
then the tattoos. The freaking tattoos. Like,
are these tattoos fake? They seem fake because in the before videos, she don't have no tattoo. Oh, okay, she has one. I see one.
Yeah, but I'm sitting here like, so y'all are all seeing each other putting tattoos on
them putting
her.
tattoos. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all putting shit. They're all like putting tattoos in her name and shit. And I'm like, aren't you guys at least jealous of each other then? Like, you know, like forget. I mean, I'm just trying to jump into some logic
you know
here.
What's interesting about cults? Like it's like they accept that the leader has multiple lovers within the cult. I don't know what that is.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
Like, I don't know, because they get jealous of each other, but they just accept it. Like, okay, leader has all these different lovers. Like,
that's true. But as long as but our connection is special, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, or they start fighting. to get the leader's attention more. Like I was part of this, I had a job that behaved very much like a cult. The boss was a narcissist. I think he wanted it to be a cult. And I saw different employees just, they're always fighting for his attention, for his love, for, oh, I hope he takes me to lunch. Oh, he took so-and-so out to lunch. I'm better than so-and-so. I'll just prove it more. I'm like, oh, it's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. It's so weird to see a group of people who they think is, oh, she's my friend or whatever. It's so weird to see a group of people really attach on to this one person because they think they have this special connection, this special bond with this one person, when in reality, this one person is using you for money, is using you to do whatever, you know, is using you for their own personal gain. So it's very, I mean, yeah, it's so funny how you can like actually pick out the characteristics of cults.
Yeah.
You also needed to use the hashtag Ange with a yellow heart emoji. The yellow heart essentially is like a massive signifier that you are a part of Daddy's Girls. These girls would also frequently talk about Angela's products because she also has like a skincare oil. www.angie'sskinoil.com to push sales of Ange.
Hold on, is that still? Let me go look. www. Let's see. Say Angela's Skin.
It's still up. Look at this website.
Is it? What is it?
It's Angie's-skinoil.com. Yeah, with an S at the end of Angie.
Okay. Okay, so then
she
on
didn't
top of
change
that,
her avatar. Her avatar is a girly girl.
all of these people, so all of these women basically bought her skincare products. So she's a scammer too. I don't believe she did. Whatever, lady. Oh my gosh. So do you think she chose bigger women for like how she's
so they can
To,
advertise?
yeah, cellulite, weight loss. Oh shit. Oh, the scammer is like
that's crazy. So what if the cult followers are just customers that she picked out? That is not appropriate.
Real quick, I'm pressing shop. I want to see what's
no refunds. I went to FAQs. The first thing, no refunds.
Let me see.
Go to FAQs. Exchange policy is no refunds. You get what you get, bitch.
I was just about to show my address. Let me not. Or maybe no, it shows her address, right? Yeah, her address. I'm stupid. But exchange policy, no refunds. That's it. That's the only
that's all you need to know.
Oh my god, this is hilarious. Tell me you're a scammer without telling me you're a scammer. But I can understand if that's part of the questions, but that's the only thing. That's the only thing. Damn. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Let's like, okay, one more thing. I just want to see what she's selling. I bet you I can probably find this on. I bet you I can find this on Alibaba.com. It's yeah, you can find, that's where she got it from China for like 5 cents a thing. Sold out. Only one left. All right. Okay. That was funny.
Angela's products on their respective platforms. It appears that they also have rankings for daddy and people who are essentially close to daddy. So people would get pet names such as Daddy's Godiva, Daddy's Puppy, Daddy's Wife, Daddy's Slut, etc., etc. See, the thing is with cults is that a lot of the recruitment process is about convincing the target that they are loved, and anything it is that they are trying to seek answers to can be addressed by belonging to something that is far more bigger than them. That, alongside the level of displacement that we have all pretty much felt throughout the panorama, as well as the sheer number of us using the internet for school, for work, for leisure, for communication, socialization, lines of parasocial relationships were blurred in 2020. It was kind of obvious that something such as a cult could be developed in that time frame, as a lot of people kind of depended on social media influencers, YouTubers, TikTokers to keep them entertained. However, that is a breeding ground for a content creator with an ulterior motive or an agenda. One who knows how to identify an advantage and take it. Once a target has been identified, cult members employ various different kinds of tactics to establish power over the target.
See, Paige makes a really good point that in 2020, that was the perfect time to really gather up, you know, people who were vulnerable, and especially like, you know, with stimulus coming out and all that stuff. It was a perfect I know, because there were influencers who were like not treating had like unhealthy parasocial relationships. And so yeah, and that was the perfect time, 2020. I mean, we're still in this damn freaking pandemic, but
these manipulation tactics contain techniques such as love bombing, inciting paranoia, public humiliation. So if you were to take a look at all of the viral videos going on surrounding Angela, she would essentially 100% tick that box of emotional manipulation, from public humiliation to the love bombing she provides BBW women who aren't society's standards of beauty.
They saying I'm beautiful. I appreciate you telling me that, but I am very much my daddy's. Please don't call me beautiful.
Please don't.
Please.
I don't appreciate that.
I don't want no rides.
And I'll come pick her up and I'm the driver. She don't want that ride. I will be the driver. Cab wise, nigga. Cab position. They said Bella glowing. That's daddy's glow. That's my baby. Bella's my heart. That's my baby. Can't nobody for her. That's my girl, period. I've been with this girl for 6 months. Are you dumb? This girl know me, period.
6 months is not enough time.
I love you so much. I love you.
I know. I feel bad because you see how these people are really they're searching for that like acceptance of someone to tell them. And you know, it's really sad. It really is, because you can easily be taken advantage of. And God forbid if you try to tell these people, but you know, you can. And so it's because she's about to cry, because for the first time, I guess in her life, she feels like someone is acknowledging her appearance and how someone telling her that she's beautiful. And while this bitch over here is just drinking her blue cup and is just like, I'm scamming her, you know, like that's what she's doing. She's scamming her. So, you know.
I love you so much, Daddy. Oh, it's okay. She's like, oops, I'm so sorry for calling you beautiful. It's okay.
Don't play that. It ain't okay.
See.
I'm sorry, it's not okay.
Sorry, okay. Bill, I'm happy your ass not drinking like me. One of us got at this point. Yeah, you know what? Sharing is caring. You can share me. You can't share my girls belong to me, period. You can't share.
Who's that sharing and caring?
One of these girls, I don't know.
I'm heavily owned by Angela Natural Genius. If you cannot tell, her name is tatted on my chest, so everybody can see who I'm owned by.
Oh my. You notice how when she said sharing is caring, and then she was like, who said that? And she immediately took it back because she knew like it would be bad for her if she were to be like, I said sharing is caring, but it's the fact this is really like it's sad, but it's also frustrating to watch someone just go on camera and be like, I'm owned by first off, why do you want to be owned by anyone? But two, you know, and I get like if we're talking like 50 Shades type of owning, you know, 50 Shades of Grey in the bedroom, that's obviously totally hot, cute, whatever, do you. But something like this, when you're like getting on, by the way, this is going to be on the internet forever. And I'm owned. And you have a tattoo of someone, like what? Like, how do you explain that? Is that your daughter? No, it's this girl I met online and she owns me. Like,
yeah, that's what you have to say. That's just what you have to say. Like, it's hard for me to even believe this is like real. Like how it is. I just feel like, is this a skit? Is this for clout? Is this real?
Right. Like, I mean, she could be her friend, but I don't know. This chick looks too. I don't know, but the perfect con is this lady right here.
Sorry, I'm branded like a cow.
Huh?
Where am I going? Nowhere.
I am jealous. Sorry. It's not. I'm not only jealous. I wouldn't even say I'm jealous. I'm possessive. Let's go with that over jealous. I'm possessive.
Daddy, they said laugh out loud. It's okay. I get your hers.
Thank you.
Oh my.
You should. Cult.
And definitely hers.
Want to join? They said cult over here, Bella.
Oh my God, it is. But we love it here. Like, it is a cult. It is. It very much is. And Daddy is the head of this cult.
Would you like to join?
And we love it here.
Arguably, one of the most effective ways it is that you can have control over an individual is by love bombing. The concept is to gain the target's trust by making them feel loved and accepted and using that to essentially disguise any sign of manipulation in order to influence them and the way that they behave without raising suspicion. They prey on vulnerable people. The cult leaders or the recruiters will come by and they'll be like, oh, hey, I see you have a problem. Here, come and join this brotherhood, this sisterhood, because all of your problems will be solved. And basically never deliver on any of the promises it is that they promised you. But I kind of want to make it explicitly clear that the reason that these women are viewed as quote unquote vulnerable isn't because they are plus size, which I know a lot of people are going to sit there and say like,
plus size women, y'all don't really love yourself. See, this just proves the plus size women, when they want to do all this fat acceptance, don't really be loving themselves properly.
I truly believe that the reason that these plus size individuals were chosen as victims were because most of them were single parents, and one of them, in one of the cases, they were unable to have children like at all.
She can sit there, like all she can say about me is that I can't have kids, which I can't. That's perfectly fine. But at the end of the day, I'm still a better mother than you.
A study by Columbia University focused on 3 groups of people between the ages of 22 and 32, with one group being ex-cult members. The study release said this group can be characterized by difficulties with identity, particularly feelings of depression specifically related to identity formation. Difficulties with an identity formation appeared to have made the group more vulnerable to the recruitment techniques that offer clear identities and prescriptions for living. When reading this, the first thing is that I thought was that a singular identity was shared among all of the women. They were all pretty much plus-size BBW women of color. I imagine that joining something of this nature would feel like a sisterhood because they all shared this identity trait. And this identity trait happened to be the most desirable to their leader. However, I know as a parent myself, I could sometimes feel as if I am just Fifi and Theo's mom. And the identity I had before having children is long gone. Losing your sense of self is the only way I could describe this feeling. when you take on a role such as motherhood. And I feel like cults take advantage of people who are insecure or maybe just dealing with something emotionally, as those people are more susceptible to manipulation.
Yeah, like I feel like every single time when you hear about a cult, like someone joining a cult, it's always like, well, when we first met, we connected through something very traumatic that we both went through. When we first met, we connected through, and I'm telling you, it's like the way how I feel like this lady's strategic. I think this all has to do with she's got it down so good that she can just have a conversation with someone and kind of figure out, oh, okay, I can get them. You know, she's got it down to, and maybe Petty Page is right with the whole, like, you know, being single moms and how, because that's frustrating enough. And she just jumps in and makes life easier for them, or at least emotionally.
And they use these negative psych techniques to rope them in.
Daddy's inner circle. I would never call her daddy.
Daddy's inner circle consists of 3 major players. We have Bunny.
The power of Christ compels you. Does it, Jay? The power of Christ compels you. Oh, Christ compelling me? Is that what's happening?
Are you a podcaster? You should check out Riverside FM.
Are you a podcaster?
You can say goodbye to techno.
What's happening? The power of Christ compels you. Guess what? It's not that compelling.
Or Bunny Honey, Herbella 69, and Shea. 2 of these members have since left. Bunny seems to be the most devoted, and Herbella came in a close second before she eventually left the community, which we'll talk about in another video. These 3 women served as the recruiters, promoters of the lifestyle, if you will. You have Bunny, who provided the spiritual, ritualistic element and aspect of the cult, from doing frequent prayers to their leader, creating altars and tributes. She essentially provided the fundamentalist aspect to the cult. Everything that I am is because of you.
Oh
and
my.
The only reason I exist in this world
Oh my.
is to live with it's a fellowship.
Oh no.
It's the irony of story.
It's not even a laugh. It's just when you're writing down, and it's another thing to write it down, and then it's another thing to say it. When you say you only exist in this world to love someone, it's really, it's really sad. Oh. Well, she left, and I hope this person got help, because you can't. Whether you're in a marriage, a relationship, etc., you can't want to only live in this world to
because
love
of
someone.
somebody else.
That means, right, because you don't have goals for yourself. What do you see yourself? Like, I was watching a lot of like Elon Musk. I was watching a lot of his motivational videos, and he was just like, look, when you wake up in the morning, it's not about how much money you have. It's about you wake up and you want a better future for yourself. So when you wake up, your motivator should be, where do I want to see myself? You know, and so it's really sad that this person, they wake up and they say, I live for this other human being.
Yeah, that's it's like depression symptom or something. Like, rather than getting mental health help, they just replaced it with something. And I noticed on Angie's website there's crystals and stuff, and you know, I know some people like crystals, but I've noticed, like, there's some people who have a mental health issue and they don't want to actually get real treatment. They will use spirituality and crystals and stuff to kind of cover it. So I feel like, you know, hearing this woman pray, I know Davida said, them praying makes me uncomfortable. Yeah, it makes me feel very uncomfortable. But that's what it feels like, because without Daddy, What would be there? What would she be praying to? I don't know.
I can't even call her that because she's
Angela.
And once again, guys, I'm not laughing at them. She is the perfect con. She's the perfect con. Like, hell no, I will never call her daddy. Like, she needs to be behind jail, like behind bars, I mean. But apparently she's not because her website's still up.
I know that there have been a lot of things going on, and a lot of things that are being brought to question over the last week or two.
I feel like I'm in church, you know? I feel like
I know. I feel like I'm supposed to.
That's what I feel like right now. It's so weird.
But one thing that you never asked the question is my weather door is too for you. Then there was her Bella.
You know what was funny in that clip? Both of those women had their cameras on, the ones praying, and Angela had her camera off.
Oh.
She's like, hurry up, let me know when you're done doing that.
I wonder what her facial expression would have been. She probably felt awkward too, like, oh, here I am scamming these people. I can't, she probably felt, who knows how she felt. I don't actually care how she felt. But yeah, that is questionable. Why did she have her camera off? But that was during an Instagram live. Can you have 3 cameras in an Instagram live?
Apparently.
Oh, Davida says Angela was laughing her ass off. Probably laughing her ass off.
I would.
Ann says, right, Daddy is filling that hole is filling that hole and giving these women like a sick source of a supply to go on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Most frequently using the live streams in order to recruit, as well as being the messenger, the go-between between a lot of the members of the cult and Daddy, aka Angela.
Because we can definitely talk about it, because me and Becky know all your business. This is what I'm saying, like, we know all your business. I definitely know all your business. The crazy thing is that I have receipts back from January until April. So if you want to play this game, we definitely can, but you're gonna look crazy once I'm done with you.
Many of Daddy's girls would message Bella as their confidant, as a well-trusted member within the cult/fandom. Information that no doubt her Bella passed on to Angela and was used as emotional leverage against the girls in order to get them to conform. And lastly was Shea, aka Black Vanilla, aka at one point Daddy's wife. She, for the period of her reign, was said to be the closest person to Angela within the cult. She received preferential treatment, never had to really comply with the same rules and standards placed upon other cult members, but then one day it just all fell apart. One day Shea left. She was exiled / disfellowshipped from Angela's cult and decided to speak her story. And when she did finally decide to speak, the House of Cards finally came crashing down.
Shea's story.
So Shea was one of the first women to leave the fandom. And when she did, it was in an explosive fashion. After giving her side on Twitter, she was approached by a podcast called The Black Podcast to do an interview, which she accepted. Now, in this interview, Shea was asked in detail about her experience with the cult and her entire time as a cult member, as well as the times when she actually met Angela in person. Because a lot of these girls who are following Angela have actually never met Angela face to face. A lot of these girls who are getting Angela's name tattooed on their body have never even met her.
Right. Like, I don't
touch her.
That's so weird.
They are all doing all of this based on the parasocial relationship it is that they've developed with Angela. Now, I will commend the Black Podcast for allowing Shea to give her personal account, as well as giving her the opportunity to retort to contradictory screenshots and messages that were circulating that leaked regarding her involvement in the cult. This is what we call an even display of resources. Aunt Karen, Take note. Anyway, if you would like to see the entire podcast in full, I will leave the video in the description bar at the bottom of my video, because most of what is discussed is Shea's personal experience with the cult, and honestly, I don't really care to dispute her personal experience in any way. So let's take a look. Around the 37-minute mark, the podcast host basically tells Shea that they didn't tell Shea about the screenshots they were going to present ahead of time because they wanted Shea's real, raw, honest response as to why in some of the messages, Shea seems complicit in her own self-harm. Let's take a look at this interaction.
So, Shea, I actually did not tell you that I was going to post these, but I have some text messages that you sent to Angela that's been circulating as well. So, Mama, can you show? It's a text that says Shea text 1. And I just kind of want you to explain, what the situation was and what your mindset was when you sent these messages. Because basically they're saying that you was an active, willing participant. All right. So these are the messages. Can you see them, Shea?
Yes.
Is that your name? Is that you?
Yes.
Okay. So you text presumably Angela, and you said, I'm ready to. I need to see blood, a lot of it. I need to see torture. I need to feel this pain. Angela texts back, what are you saying? What do you want to do? You say, I want to see blood, cuts, burns, blood. What do you want to cut? Who do you want to cut? Both of them. So before we go any further, is this you texting, Shea?
Yeah.
So this is you texting Angela unprovoked. This is you texting her on your own. You saying that you...
Real quick though, I don't think I feel like unprovoked is really not a great term here because she's already brainwashed. She's already being taken advantage of. So she's already too deep into this game. So here, from what we already know, that's what I mean. You can't really talk to people who were in cults and you can't tell them that because this is the shit that they do. And they don't even realize their own behavior. I mean, I'm sure she probably realizes it now, but I mean, I wouldn't say this is unprovoked because she's still being manipulated, severely manipulated. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not understanding the text messages. He's trying to say this is Shea's conversation.
Yeah, so this is Shea's
she talks to herself
with Angela
in third person. Okay, I don't want Shea to cut. Huh?
Yeah, okay, I guess I should just finish playing it so we can get some more context.
Okay.
You want to see blood, you want to see torture, you want to feel pain. And so how is it that it's brainwash or manipulation when it's you
really
saying stuff?
Because what does this person think brainwashing is?
I know.
Why is this? How is this brainwashing if it's you saying it? That's the point of brainwashing people.
Duh. Like what? I can't believe she just asked, "How is this brainwashing?" That's not the question I would have asked. I would have been like, "So why did you feel like what happened before this to bring this text message to light? Like what transpired prior?
Why did you feel that you needed to do that?" Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But talking about, I'm not liking this interviewer, but all right.
There's no text message above it. There was text prior to that. As you can see, it says my name is Nodis or whatever. She has, like I say, a lot of the things I consider as role play. I really consider them as like real life things, like things that we like go forces for the rest of our life.
Yeah.
And like I said, like you said, you didn't tell me that you were showing those, but I also have text messages too. She has a little, I guess, alter ego named Devin.
Okay.
So I was.
Oh, Dad's coming.
Texted, I was.
For me, creativity always starts with what ifs.
Okay, I found Angela's new. I found her new TikTok.
Oh no, you did?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna post it. And private chat.
What does that say when you get one TikTok that had over 170,000, whatever, it had over 100,000 followers, that gets, taken off TikTok. You have another one that gets taken off, and now you're doing another one?
Yeah, and I found her new backup to this new one.
Oh, wow. Lillian says, wow, this person is trying to put the blame on her. What the fuck? Not cool. Yeah,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Like it's so bizarre to me that she's like, well, you weren't being provoked here. What do you mean she wasn't being provoked? Like, she is already so deep into manipulation like no other.
Alter ego, and that was supposed to be Devin that I was texting, not Angela. So
you was talking at your alter ego, saying that you was gonna cut Shea, who is you.
Right.
Okay.
But I can say that particular night, things like that, no, I did not cut anything like that. When things like that happen,
this is kind of sad though, because it's like, what if she was, really trying to say she was gonna, like, self-harm herself or whatever, like, and now she's sitting here having to explain, like, this is
very uncomfortable.
Yeah, this is not right. I mean, I thought she was on here to tell her story, and I get why this person is doing it, but I would have at least, the fact that she didn't tell her, that's kind of rude. That's really rude. Not even kind of. And I would never go on this person's podcast. Don't know. I don't even know who they are, but it's fine. Hold on, let me look. Hold on. Like, it's called the Black Podcast Show. Okay. So, by the way, anyone who's watching, I'm not telling you not to go on there because that is against YouTube guidelines. I'm just saying I wouldn't. Catching up on those guidelines because they okay. Come on. It's because it's recording my screen. It takes a million years. I guess it's not. Okay, wait, hold on. I was about to give up the Black. Okay, so I guess it's new, so okay. I guess it's new, so I'm sure maybe a year from now they won't victim blame. I'm just kidding. Okay. Let's get back to this.
Hopefully.
I wouldn't say she was victim blaming, but I mean,
kind of.
It's just rude that she didn't tell her ahead of time, as if she treated her like she was hiding something. That's why she held these screenshots. That's what I don't like. I would never go on this show again.
There was no cutting on myself whatsoever involved.
Let's just read these other text messages, Rick. I can't see the above message, but it says something about you're talking once again, I presume, to Angela, correct? And you said you have a school woman to keep you occupied. She asks what that has to do with you. You respond, maybe I should cut my face. Would you think I'm beautiful? Would you still want me? You responded, you won't miss me as much. That's what they got to do with me. And then I'm not sure what this was in response to. You said I would rather suffer from a plague. And then she pretty much ignores what seems to be obvious emotional distress. And she asks, do you want to cut tonight? And you say, why not? There's excitement, a bit of amusement in your eyes to see it, right? And she said, this is not you. So you say, so make me cut my face. I have to leave you alone. I can't do this anymore. May I please be excused? Bye. So Can you kind of explain what your mindset was, or what you was thinking, or what had you in such an emotional distress?
I can't remember. Like, I really can't remember that night.
See, that's like, that clearly is like, she was, to me, that seems like she really needed to talk to like a professional.
Yeah, that sounded like,
that doesn't sound like no freaking role play. That doesn't, no one's, I mean, I don't know what people are doing these days out in these streets, but that did not sound like a role play. That sounded like someone who desperately was missing something and thought that they can get it from Angela. And Angela is just like, all Angela's concerned about is if these text messages ever saw a court, she's asking, are you going to cut your, are you going to self-harm yourself, etc. I don't think, Angela's a very smart individual, it seems like. So of course she's not saying anything that's going to incriminate herself. The only thing that we witness here in these text messages is Angela showing concern about the self-harming thing for obvious reasons. And for this person to ask her that, if obviously this chick was going through some shit, she was going through some stuff and needed to talk to a professional, not Angela. And she shouldn't have to sit here and try to explain her, this could be her trauma. Fuck. Like, so it's very frustrating to even watch this. And this chick sitting there interviewing her. This is like ridiculous. I feel bad for the chick. That's, all right.
I can't say about the face thing because there's quite a bit of me saying that, because there's times where before, like, she'll play a game. She'll be like, oh, let's play a game. And then she'll like write body parts on a piece of paper, put them in a bowl. And she'll kind of like put her hand in, pretty much like pick a name out of a hat type of game. Yeah. And then it'd be like, oh, face would come out. Every time it say face, she'll like ponder on it, and then she'll be like, oh, I should make you cut your face. Oh, you're too pretty. You lucky I'm not gonna make you cut your face. So yeah, there is more than just that. That particular text. There is other texts that we seen, like basically taunting her with, you want to cut my face, should I cut my face, type of thing, because that's what she would pretty much threaten me with a lot of the times. And as far as the rest of the text message, I really don't have a direct answer because I can't really remember what was going through my head at that time.
You was just like saying some shit.
Now, Shea says a number of things here. She states that she can't remember that time period, and she was acting out a fantasy as her alter ego because Angela has their own alter ego called Devin. So that none of what was being discussed was really truly based in reality. Okay, so these are some leaked screenshots from Shea, basically showing
Harrison, I'm so lost.
And as you can see, it was quite a strange relationship. And I can't really differentiate between what's role play and what's
right?
But all I know is this, how do you even decipher what's real abuse and what's role play here? Because, I mean, some people have sick and twisted role plays, and I ain't about to kink shame.
So this is all like kink stuff. Looks like you're okay. So that's the thing. I mean, listen, I understand that people do things like, as Petty Page said, kink shame. Want to see.
Yeah, I don't know what's real, what's play.
Yeah,
because this is all online.
Games with the cult members that she would draw from a hat various different body parts for them to cut, and face would come up, and that Angela would kind of use it to taunt the cult members that was something that she was really serious in doing. So Shea agreeing to cut her face was almost as if Shea was taunting Angela back, but she would seriously do that. As crazy as it sounded, I believe that. That was plausible to me. Given the extreme member of these cult members, as well as their devotion to their leader, it could be rationalized that she was so balls deep into the indoctrination of Daddy and the cult that she felt compelled to do anything that could possibly please Daddy. However, I then went on to go and watch another live stream that Shea was involved with somebody by the name of Auntie Karen. Now, Auntie Karen is a social media reporter with over 1.4 million followers on TikTok.
Oh, wow.
Have you thought about pressing charges?
I did.
Is that something you're still willing or thinking about, something you want to do?
The only problem with that is the amount of threats that I've received, the amount of threats that my family has received.
See, so her and I both live in Michigan, right? And so one of the things that I looked at and I talked to a lawyer friend of mine, and also I talked to a police officer as well about this, because I wanted to know what kind of liability, what kind of trouble this is. When you're looking at domestic violence, you're looking at somebody who's controlling, somebody who's forcing, coercion. I can't say the word coercion. Yeah, I can't say the word. And threatening. So when we look at domestic violence, we're looking at a psychological nature, an emotional nature, financial, and physical. Right? All of these hit those points.
Whilst I understand what it is that Aunt Karen was kind of trying to drive home here, one of the biggest issues that I'm seeing is that she keeps referencing this as domestic violence. And the issue is with that is that Shea and Angela were not domestic.
Take your videos to the next level.
Sorry for the ad.
Go to motionary.com and get the best video templates to make that wow effect. Choose your...
I don't even know how this would hold up in court.
And they only met each other one time. I honestly think that what's going on here is financial abuse through the internet, coercion through the internet.
Yeah, I don't know if this is really abuse, but this should fall under the lines of like scamming. Like this is like I forget. It's not a white collar crime, but I forget. I can't think of terminologies, but this would fall under that whole thing of being a con artist. Or I remember I was watching 2020 and there was this, the husband like had 3 wives and he killed all them, but he was scamming them for their money. And and it was funny because or not even that. Oh no, a better comparison. The department that was on the whole Erica Jane thing, that was on
Real Housewives person.
Yeah. Like all those, I forget what department it is. Okay, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Like this falls under that whole division. I feel like, not abuse. And I mean, was she like probably like emotionally abused and all that stuff, of course, but I feel like as far as like pressing charges, I feel like the scamming should stick because this chick, Angela, doesn't seem to care about anyone.
Oh, no. No, she's still doing it. I'm looking at these TikToks. Yeah, she posted 9 hours ago.
What? I'm not really.
Yeah. She is still thirst trapping for BBWs.
Anything to get her money. Someone make a TikTok and show her site. Tell me you're a scammer without telling me you're a scammer. And it should be that the questions page where the only thing on there is you're not getting a refund. That's it.
No.
self-harm or coercion into self-harm via the internet, online intimidation, but maybe there needs to be new laws and new guidelines set in place for these kind of things, because essentially we don't have laws to protect people from internet predators when they are no longer a minor, they themselves are adults.
Right. And no, I believe that, because the same thing with the whole Emily Artful creep show art thing. I mean, obviously there was like a law against cyber stalking, especially for years and years and years. But I feel like the law hasn't caught up to, the law, it hasn't caught up to online, like illegal online stuff. Like you can't tell people this or say this, because I feel like a lot of people are getting away with so much illegal activity because there really isn't like, there's not a law specifically stating you can't do this, and that's what it needs to be. But
the law's very slow to catch up with.
Right.
Stuff.
Like, like there needs to be a law with, I think there should be a law with, well, no, because of businesses. I was about to say with TikTok in general. TikTok needs to just revamp. They need department for freaking challenges and shit. They need, because of the whole kids, that whole American shooting day shit. They just need to, a bunch of freaking departments. They can afford it.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what they need, because, and I think there needs to be something for businesses on TikToks, and there needs to be, TikTok is also to blame for this too. I feel like, I mean, not to not hold people accountable for their actions, but I think TikTok plays a huge role in all this. I feel like TikTok has the money, the finances to stop this shit. Like, why don't we have departments for freaking challenges where kids are thinking of, American shoot day, like, what is up? No one at TikTok is like, hey, this bitch is like, we've cut her off and she's still, and I understand like they can't control her starting like a new account.
Yeah.
I understand that, but then they need to take it to the police and be like, hey, like they need to have division for that. TikTok is huge enough to where they can have like a division of, hey, these are the problematic TikTokers and you actually need to talk to them or whatever. And I don't think that's asking too much, because TikTok is huge. They have the freaking money for this shit. I feel like they're choosing to look the other way, just like how the Facebook whistleblower thing, how statistics, or it was revealed that Facebook had statistics that illustrated that if a minor saw a video or a photo, it would affect their mental health in a negative way. And they chose to look the other way against those statistics for financial benefit. And I think TikTok is doing the same thing. Now, I'm not blaming like TikTok wholeheartedly. Like, I'm not saying that, but I feel like they need to up their goddamn game with shit like this.
Yeah. Yeah. They have the resources. They have the money. They have the technology. They have everything. They have everything they need to take care of some of this stuff. And it's really weird.
Yeah. It's because of financial benefit.
Yeah.
It's very much hitting those points as well. And I really would consider, and I would have you consider bringing this evidence that you have, because you have enough evidence, bringing this evidence to the police, because she is not hurting, there's a whole community. There are women who are willing to give their money to her, knowing that they have probably hungry kids, but this is affecting children.
I really wasn't comfortable with this section, because it seemed as if like Aunt Karen seems to kind of glaze over the personal issues, the personal trauma, the personal situation it is that Shea is going through, especially with being harassed and all of these outside elements to the situation between herself and Angela, because obviously Aunt Karen is campaigning for the greater good, which, whilst I understand, I just don't feel like it's fair to like guilt trip a victim into going to the police.
I don't think she's guilt. Okay, so I disagree with Paige here. I don't think she's guilt tripping. I think anyone who hears about a case like this is like, hey, like,
what about the other woman? And I don't think it's really a guilt trip, in my opinion. Like, what do you think? Like, do you think she's, and if you think she's guilt tripping, that's cool. But I don't see
No, yeah, I don't hear it as guilt tripping. I can see how somebody can interpret it that way because maybe Shea is just telling her story, and and Karen is interrupting her story to say you should go to the police. So I can see that, like, this is up to Shea if she wants to go to police or not. So I can see that, but I feel like if I had all the information that they have, I would also be like, but okay, I think the problem also, I don't think Karen acknowledges Shay's part in it. Like Karen is talking about all the logical reasons to go to the police, but Karen is not considering if somebody went through something that they felt was traumatizing, it takes some time to even want to go to the police about it and deal with all the things you have to deal with. Maybe that's the issue Paige has.
Yeah, that's true. Like, just because someone was SA'd like yesterday, they may come out 5 years from now. So I get it. I guess, yeah. That makes more sense. I just didn't think she was completely just ignoring everything, but now I understand.
Obviously, if she wants to go to the police, she should be supported, because I feel like we've almost already established that this is an individual who is susceptible to emotional blackmail. So a part of me just feels very uncomfortable about further emotional manipulation, even from the side of a reporter. Their decisions should be supported, and this seems to be the first time that this person is standing on their own 2 feet and making their own decisions for the first time in a long while. Now she's going to place the burden of other people's experiences as well as other children that might be involved in this situation due to their parents being emotionally manipulated. And as you're about to see, then she puts like the whole Black community on her back as well, like as another thing that she needs to think about. And really in this moment, she should just be thinking about herself and her own well-being.
Okay,
when
yeah,
it comes to
I get
victims
it.
of abuse, self-preservation should not be frowned upon.
And I would caution you, I would think about it and see if you are willing to press charges. I think this individual needs to have charges pressed against them. I don't advocate for people of color to go to jail. However, when we are being taught,
but I also feel like
community.
How come Karen hasn't filed a report? She can file a report, especially since she lives in the same city or whatever as Angela. Karen can file a report herself. And I wonder why she hadn't done that.
Well, she did say, like, I was wondering that too, but then I kind of stopped thinking down that line because she did say that she had talked to police officers and etc. So they probably gave her advice and told her, hey, tell this individual to go to the police, blah, blah, blah. I think, but that is a good question. I just think I thought maybe.
Because I know police can be so useless, especially because all of this is online. I'm sure.
NYPD, you know what? I love the NYPD. I love you. But let me tell you, like I've been telling you, there are just some police officers who, like, don't give a shit. Like, oh my God. Like, yeah. Like, you could just tell. Yeah. So there's police officers who really don't give a shit. And I recalled an NYPD officer. Literally, real quick. This is just a small example of what I'm talking about. I was at the train station and I was like, oh shoot, where's the bathroom? I really need to go. And the train station has like so many bathrooms, Grand Central. And so the police officer, literally his job, he sits there and his job is just to like, I don't know what his job is actually, because he was just sitting there on his phone. And I'm like, hey, like, hi. And I was like, I don't know exactly what I said, but I did just say, hey, it was really nice. I was like, do you know where the restroom is? Dude just like points and that's it. I'm like, while he's still texting or whatever the hell that he's doing. Now, maybe I'm being too assumptive and whatever he was doing was important. I highly doubt it. the way how everything, like, highly doubt it. And I was like, you can't even use your goddamn motherfucking words to tell me. You can't even use your voice. Literally just like maybe he gets asked that question daily and that's why, but I'm like, but he pointed to just like in the air. I still was confused to where the bathroom was. So I was like, fuck. So then I just, I ended up finding it on my own. But that is just a pure example. And I'm just saying, asking someone where the bathroom is, being super nice about it. So, things like that piss me off. Anyways, I think that started my whole rant started because you said, please, some police officers come. But I love NYPD. I love them. I'm just talking about a particular officer.
Yeah, but sometimes that's how they are about, things that you're like, this is actually really important. So like, yeah, I'm sure Karen, if she tried to report it, I feel like when they don't take something seriously, they don't want to do the work. So they're going to tell you, oh, if your adult friend is missing, okay, well, they're an adult, just wait a week. Like, no, they could be gone. So something like this, I'm sure they're like, no, just tell the people involved to file the report. No, actually, you have to be admin and say, can you please put in a report? Can it be on record that somebody reported this Angela so-and-so? And
that is true. Like, if she's this vocal right now, it is.
And Karen is a very vocal TikToker. Do you know the kind of stuff Karen does on TikTok?
No, I'm not really on TikTok. I'm sorry.
So Karen she quit her job to do this full time. And what she does is she finds like racist, I'm just going to say the word racist. She finds racist videos. Her name is Karen, but she literally finds Karens and she puts them on blast on her TikTok page for people to go, yes, girl. And I called one of them. So I saw one of her videos. I found the dude's place of work. I called, I left a voicemail. Like, yeah, I was like, I'm sure some of your customers will not feel comfortable about this viral video of your employee using racial slurs on their neighbor, because I'm sure you have customers of XYZ ethnicity. And then his boss called me back to let me know, oh yeah, we fired him. Like,
oh shoot! Yeah, I need to give her my neighbor. Oh, I need to give her my neighbor. No, because I have a restraining order against my neighbor. It happened, like what? In September. It was like I had video footage, everything. It was a whole thing where I had to go to court, brought my mom and sister, all witnesses.
Yeah.
She was calling us the N-word. Like, she would get mad if we parked. Granted, she had some mental health issues, but listen, after that restraining order, all of a sudden the mental health issues, I mean, I'm sure she still has them, but she was able to
control it all of a sudden.
Yeah. Having her she would be calling us the NIGER word. I had it on film. I had it recorded. I played the
girl, that's something you should have posted. Yeah.
Well, I was posting it everywhere. I posted it on my Well, I don't have my Instagram anymore, but I posted on my Instagram. I posted it on Twitter. I had posted I was posting the shit because she was like, she would be like, she would be like coming, like every single time we would walk out of the house, she would call us the NIGER word. Then I have the mom on footage saying, and this is why the judge granted the order, because when we left, we didn't even know we were going to get the restraining order. The judge was like, oh, I'll think about it, and then you'll receive an order by the end of the day. Man, we got that order, but it was when the mom, her mother, admitted, I tell her to stop calling you guys the N-word. And she says, she says the whole full word, but she doesn't listen, okay? She has mental blah, 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 blah. So the judge granted it. Anyways, she would be nice on there.
Yeah, so that's the kind of stuff that you would send to Karen, and Karen will put it on blast. Nice. so Karen knows this stuff. Karen knows.
Oh, okay. She has no excuse then. Okay.
Yeah, if this was just some random lady, I would be like, well, maybe she doesn't know, but Karen knows. So that's something I would question. Like, why didn't you file a report? And whoever the guy is at the bottom there, he does a similar thing to Karen. He puts racist people on blast, and so he knows stuff too. Why don't you file a report? Anyway,
that's true.
We can continue the video.
It's true. It makes you no. I think when people do this, they're doing it for a reason, but it does just a little bit makes you wonder if they're really doing this because they truly believe in it. Makes you wonder.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I say we have to push that out of the way and look at what is happening in our community, and this is one of those issues.
Upon further digging, it seems as if another ex-cult member by the name of Herbella69, which we will discuss in the next video, had sent Aunt Karen screenshots of the conversations it was that they had had with Shea, which corroborated Herbella's previous claims that, one, Shea was upset that Angela no longer wanted to rock with her.
And then, like I said, she's trying to cover her tracks. So she's no longer a daddy's girl. She's no longer daddy's assistant. So for her no longer being those two things, she had to come up with a whole story. Okay. But didn't she say she was going to go to hell and wait for daddy to love her? Okay. No. It wasn't wait for daddy to love her. She said she was going to go to hell and meet daddy there. And so they could be together. Well, see, the thing is, I have receipts for that too. But what happened when you met daddy? She told you, baby, I love you, but I just want to be your friend. And you got mad. Like, really, really mad about being friends.
But isn't this the same chick that was gonna get really mad if we just saw a TikTok of her previously saying, no, I'm the only one that's, daddy's girl or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. This is the same chick, right?
I can't tell. Oh, yeah, I think so.
She has on, I think it's the same chick, but she just has on the wig or the red hair. But I believe this is the same chick. She has on, I think, a filter maybe, or that's like color contacts, whatever. Anyways, my point is I think that's the same chick that was like, no, I'm like trying to fight for being the number one. And I think it's so silly. Like this whole entire conversation within itself proves that they're all brainwashed. Like, didn't you say because she didn't love you and that's why you're doing this? Like, why are you so mad? Like,
two, that there could possibly be some underlying mental health issues.
It's about her mental state. You guys don't know her mental state. Bunny, how many times were we on the phone with her while she was crying?
With Angela?
You count? No, that's my cousin. No, actually I can't. And see, the thing is, you never know who you're gonna get.
3, that she was an instigator of her own self-harm. And 4, that her sisters wanted her to seek help.
But if she was crying, clearly, Angela, like whenever they met, she said something to her that made her believe that Angela loved her, Clearly, Angela was treating her in ways in which she's never felt before. And Angela was leading her on. Let's be real. Angela was a scammer leading her on. This chick probably most likely bought everything off of Angela's website, the one where you can't get no refunds. This chick was probably just being used. She felt used. And so if she told Angela how she felt, Angela was like, no, let's be friends. Yeah, she would have every right to be mad anyways because she felt used and taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so pause to read, but unfortunately some of the great images it is that I've placed on the screen are depictions of harm to oneself that Shea did, and it seems as if she does...
Hold on, I kind of want to read this.
I know.
It's not me. Will you live? Tell Angela. Why you live? See, that's what I'm trying to say. When I'm not even gonna really read like the full thing, but it did sound like she needed mental. Oh no! No! Why did no? Sorry, guys. I mean, I wasn't watching anyone.
I'm coming with big boys. This is so. See, I feel so like. Is this just drama? Was it a kink? Because I'm on Angela's thing and her hashtags are like kink, hashtag kink, hashtag Dom and subs. So I don't even know. Is this just a kink and the lovers are fighting? Is it actually? But there is a money component. I don't think in this part they get to the money part where Angela's using this, whatever's going on, using it to extract money from these women. I feel like Angela also probably loves this. If you're a narcissist, you love the idea of your followers fighting each other for you.
Oh, totally. But the chick, this is not a game here. Come on. This is not a game what we're reading now. This is not it. This is like someone who needs severely who needs help.
100 years old, butter on your teeth, crooked as
I know. I read it. I didn't say it. I mean, people can read, but this is a little bit.
Whoa!
This is not a game.
Better than your dead ass mama.
This is cyberbullying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like they've got beef. They got.
Like now you want to make fun of someone's appearances, and that's another thing that goes to show you that they felt like, at least some of the people in the group felt like, they weren't happy with their appearances, because the first thing they're going for is look at your teeth.
Because they're fighting each other. Yeah, I look better than you.
Yeah,
I look better than your dead mama.
Like, this is okay. I'm gonna press play.
This unprovoked, as well as the girl mental health and to go to a hospital where she was having feelings of unaliving herself. Like, there was a lot. Now, was this a situation that was instigated by Angela? Was this something that Shea was doing all along, and that was one of her personal triggers? I'll leave you to decide.
Oh God, there's more. Hold on.
She's scrolling. Whenever somebody does this, that person has issues.
Yeah. Wait, who is this? Angela? This is Angela. I mean, this is not.
I don't know who it is.
This is the chick. This is the chick who's writing all this.
Lady, Is together, bitch. Go brush your teeth. You.
Girl,
own crib. Good. Wish you could say the same. Girl, you built like a whole whale. Isn't that the point of the cult? I don't know.
So we can't see who got the last. It's together. Go brush your teeth. Why do they keep making fun of my
and starting to. Okay, so yeah, this is the lady who left the cult because she's saying Angela's going to go to jail for our word and starting the cult. Fed charges. So we gonna see who got the last laugh.
So she's like she's coming up with all these insults. Oh my goodness. I mean, she's still a victim, but la da me is what my grandma would say. Ooh. Why are they making, girl, you built like a whole whale? That's how you know someone has like, they're insecure about their body, because when you're picking on someone else's body, you're built like a whole whale. Like, why?
And that's the point of the cult. That's what I'm saying, Janice. You can't pick on a trait that's desirable in the cult. Anyway, I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, like this is supposed to be like we're all coming together because of this, and you're a whale. You're bigger than me. Like, really? That's the game that we're playing?
So if this is the person who is going up against Angela, yeah, she's gonna lose. They don't like this, and judges don't like this. I feel this is why I wonder how serious this is. Who is going to the police? I just feel like if it is actually serious and so many people know about it, then serious action should be taken. And it feels like nobody has taken any serious action.
It does seem like that, but I feel like I'm hoping that behind the scenes something is happening. Maybe.
Hmm.
This reminds me of that YouTuber Shani for Christ or something.
Who's that? Shani for Christ? Let me see.
Oh, she's not. YouTube banned her. She kept making up other channels, and YouTube was like, nope. Yep. Yo, she's just
I have
absolutely.
never heard of her. I'm gonna have to look her up after this.
Oh,
I've never seen her.
She's been non-existent for a few months ever since YouTube took her channels away. Damn, she's still growing. Look at this growth.
My rent's good, bitch.
Hold on, I gotta read. Oh my god.
See, no, whatever she filed, no, already the judge threw it out. You clown, my pee good. That's why she effed me multiple times, dummy. No, I can't read. I don't want to read this. I don't want to read this no more.
She's going. Oh my. Okay, let me just.
I don't want to read no more.
Oh, wait, hold on.
This goes on multiple days. No,
oh my God.
No.
Oh my god.
The lady really just allowed her to send all this stuff and she just screen recorded.
So this is the chick. Oh my goodness.
Yep, woke up still on the same ish. She woke up, thought about it, and said, yup. Let me mess it.
Oh. What? Your daughter's? Oh, what? Angela can still? Huh? No, but you know what though? You know what? This could all be. Look at how she brainwashed. Like, you know, this could be still. All jokes aside, this could still be used. I mean,
yeah, no.
You can argue
all
this
evidence is evidence. All evidence is evidence. Mm-hmm. Janice says part 2 will have the law involvement. I want to see that. Oh, she finally responded. I can't read what she said though.
Oh, go to the hospital. What?
Uh-huh. Okay. Why? What is the purpose? I'm going to the crazy hospital. I hope y'all are happy. Wow, that's where daddies want me anyway. Y'all can thank my roommate for that. So she was really going out of her mind. All I wanted to do was unalive alone. And won't nobody let me just unalive? I don't want to live. Why can't y'all let me just
No, you know, this is all smart on Angela's part. Angela is the smartest because when you bring this in front of a court, look, we tried to help her and look what she did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Angela's very smart. You notice how all of the messages and even the people who she's sending to message this person, like, notice how she doesn't incriminate herself at all. And it's all about all the messages you're ever going to see from Angela or the people who, you know, are Angela's minions are like support for this chick. That's all you're going to see because she's being smart about it. So
yes. She's saying I'm not gonna live without her.
What?
So I'll rather go to hell and wait on her. What do you mean it's already been done? I love you. Please don't be hurt. What is this? This person needs a lot of help. You can't just text this person, just go to the hospital.
Yeah.
No. This is, you need to call the police to do a wellness check. This is not text over and over, go to the hospital. That's not going to work.
Right. I mean, I wonder if that's what they maybe did because she had her own. I can't believe whoever put this out there didn't just like, they could have blacked out her address. So, I would be scared living like wherever she lives.
Yeah, like Ann said, maybe they just doing that so it looks like we tried to help her.
Right. No, I think this is all performative. I think Angela is telling them or telling this person, hey, this is what you need to say. Don't incriminate yourself because this person is mentally not well. I think, and then Angela's smart. So, yeah, this is all just for our eyes so we can see, which we can also look through because we're not dumb, but we can see that this is all performative for us. What? Hold on. You worried about the wrong thing.
What is it? Daughter's text message screenshots.
You pressed. Hope your plan isn't. Yeah, she sounds kind of. Yeah. Oof. What's that?
Maybe it's I'm not gonna. Oh, what is that?
Oh.
Whatever it is, probably not good.
Oh no. Oh, and then she's saying, "Please don't cut me off. Don't cut me off."
So that's probably Angela took screenshots of whatever this is, posted it on the story. Because it says, "But I'm crazy." Laughing emoji.
Shit. So what it seems like is for some reason she got like, I don't know, blackballed and or banned. And she's like saying she's going to alive herself and doing anything she can to get back in. But I think at the same time, her coming out, I think that could be her realizing that she was also used as well. I mean,
Yeah,
I think she was a victim.
Yeah, I think she is realizing that because she's also wanting to take them down. But at the same time, she wants to take them down, but also emotionally, she still wants to be in there.
Right. Right. Like she's jealous, but she's also starting to realize she was being used, but she can't handle not being in the group anymore because, that's probably what she did with her time, her whole entire time. So now it's like she doesn't know what to do.
I'm done. I can't.
Yeah, I'm not going to pause anymore.
That's what the person said.
Oh.
Yeah, the person said, "I'm done. I can't." And then she started sending more. Ooh,
oh, wait. What?
This is.
And she's saying, well, I'm attached to you spiritually, mentally, and of course emotionally, but there is also an attachment that I can't quite explain. It's like you are literally inside of me. Oh my.
And then Angela says, "You're obsessed."
Yeah.
And always will be.
I can't go a day without you in my life. I try to push you away, but honestly, I'm gonna find myself to do so no matter what we go through. I'm always gonna be your son. Yeah, this is yeah. She definitely needed some professional help because she's attaching herself to someone who she met through online and they don't really have like a healthy relationship as it is. And yeah, she needs to, with people like this, they really have this is just my opinion. Obviously, I'm like nobody, but it just seems like you have to start loving yourself first with this. When you've gone this deep and you're willing to give up, you unalive yourself for someone else because you can't have that person, that means you don't love yourself at all. And it starts there. You have to start from like square one again within loving yourself, loving your body, finding out what's really great about you, your personality, all of that stuff. You have to like re-love yourself again. You have to meet yourself for the first time again because with this behavior, it just screams like, I don't love myself at all. And for those people too that were like, oh, I wake up every day for you, they need to start loving themselves too. I mean, this is a lot. This is definitely a lot.
Yeah. Why is she hurt?
I know. Okay.
This goes on forever. Wow.
Now, this doesn't change one aspect. There is a live stream floating around where her, Bella, and Michaela basically were telling Shea in the chat that in order to come back to Daddy's cult, that Daddy had essentially said that she would need to cut 700 times. This is assumed to have been after Shea was exiled from the Daddy's Girls cult.
I appreciate the compliment, honey, but please don't call us beautiful or gorgeous. Please. Please don't.
Why?
We don't want no vibes with that.
That's a Daddy's Girls rule.
But that said, if with the 700 cuts, they better be me.
Huh.
You heard what she said.
See, but okay.
And then
I get it's a kink, but what do they really do have to show? They got to do something. Maybe not 700 cuts, but I'm wondering what.
What
They sound kind of
actually have to
serious.
do?
I get it. It's a kink, but they sound like you got to do something. I mean,
you finish cutting, you need to pray for forgiveness.
I read that it was one girl she made cut like 700 times. Is that correct?
No, she was telling me to cut 700 times. This was after I left. This was actually a couple weeks ago. They were on their live.
I think if you really want to learn a creative skill, whether it's acting, lighting, photography, music, whatever it is, if you really want to learn it, I think you can just sit back and watch videos about
Masterclass. Yes, you can.
They were making jokes and they was like, okay, yeah, cut 700 times or cut 400 times or cut 1,000 times. Like Angela and the other girl, one named Bella, and the other name is Michaela. They were live, and of course Angela was in the comments, and they were like basically putting this in the comments. Oh, tell Shea to cut 700 times.
I don't. That's irresponsible on their part. They've told her a million times to go to the hospital, etc. So why are you going to tell someone, to cut themselves like 700
do
times?
700 times when when you know what state they're in.
They need to be charged too. I forgot what court hearing I heard. It was a very popular one where this chick, this blonde girl, maybe still a teenager, was found guilty of sending like text messages to someone, telling them to unalive themselves, and this person did that, and she was charged and found guilty. I just saw that on the news recently, and I was like, so you can press charges against someone doing something like this. Like,
yeah, because in that case, it was just so undeniable because it was like over hours, and the boy kept saying, "I don't know if I should do it," and she kept saying, "You should do it." Like just this back and forth of do it, and you just see the text messages get more and more pushy. Like, "Oh, you're such a coward. You're so weak. You can't do it. I've been telling you to do it all night, and you won't listen to me. Like." It was just so undeniable. Yeah,
wow.
It was like it was very undeniable. But that set a precedent for
the next person who decided to do that.
Yeah, because before people like, oh no, like that you won't get in trouble for it, but that set a precedent for it. Actually, you might. You might be seen as responsible.
Oh, let me read some comments. Kat, please don't cancel those checks. And says that's all too small for me to read. I'm on my phone. And says yes, it was her boyfriend, Isabella says, "Oh, so excited I caught a live stream, late to the party, but here I am." Hey, Isabella. Hi. Thanks for watching like all the or binge watching some of my videos. I appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you for the nice comments. Anne says, yeah, he was sitting in the car. Yeah, like, I gotta, that's another story we should probably talk about. It's kind of depressing, but because I haven't really, I didn't do like a deep dive into that story. I kind of just saw the news, the headlines, and kind of, okay, that happened, good. And I kept it moving. Like, when I say good, I mean good that she was found guilty. So then I was like, okay, keeping it moving. Because I noticed how like perfect her eyebrows were. I know that's really weird, but she was because she was getting sentenced and she had blonde hair, perfect.
Yeah,
like, she had bladed bladed eyebrows. That's what it looked
remember.
like. Yeah. So that's I know that's so not the point. But I'm just saying, like, I just, you know, the things you notice. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking now.
Make them meet, send pictures. Like that's what they were doing in live.
So is it possible that Angela was aware of Shea's previous self-harm and then used that in order to control Shea,
Right.
to make her submit and conform?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they're putting a goal like 700 cuts. Seems like an impossible goal for most people.
Right.
Because again, Angela didn't really want Shea to come back to the cult. I think that could be true. I don't believe that that is too far-fetched. But my main issue is that Aunt Karen had said via social media they'd never received anything from Herbella. But when Herbella showed her receipts of Aunt Karen actually seeing and receiving this message and even responding, why is this not being reported on by Aunt Karen in a public fashion?
That's
when
true.
She is so heavily reported on the twists and turns of this story up until this point. Like, Aunt Karen has covered this story extensively, but just honestly to me, judging by the insertion of Aunt Karen and how this seems to be like a one-on-one vendetta between Aunt Karen and the daddy's cult leader, just something wasn't sitting right with me about the conduct of this misreporting of news or not giving the full story.
I think Petty Page doesn't like Aunt Karen because she thinks that Aunt Karen has her own agenda. No, and she's not really thinking about.
She thinks Aunt Karen is clout chasing and isn't genuine.
Right. And it's just doing this for views and etc. And it's not that's what I'm getting off here.
The full scope of the story. In this TikTok, we see Aunt Karen basically getting gas because her story was covered by another tabloid Instagram page on site.
Barely 2 words in. You already look like you want me dead. You're getting all worked up over nothing. You changed. You're getting weak.
And I would think that anybody who was watching this would see the way that Aunt Karen had conducted herself in this TikTok was nothing short of antagonistic. But with that being said, like I said previously, I still believe that Angela is an abuser and that Shea, regardless of contradictory information that they have given, is still a victim. I do have the question why all aspects of this story wasn't so heavily reported and why we are.
Hey, listen to me.
No, I'm not listening to you. I don't care.
Man, I can't do. I don't know how y'all do it. These ads.
The audience with a much bigger picture. Essentially, I question why all aspects of this story wasn't reported. Okay, so this is the end of part 1. Now, this story is still developing, so I've decided to split this up into various different sections in order for me to get through the entire story, because each day something's changing, each day there's new information, each day there's old receipts making its way public. So for that reason, if you do want to keep up to date with this story, I also will be reporting on this story via my community tab section on my YouTube channel. So if you do want to keep updated with any news in regards to previous videos it is that I've made on the situation, definitely go ahead and click that subscribe button with the notifications and put on all post notifications so you guys will be updated.
All right. Wow. So part 2. And goes, I will not pay for YouTube. Isabella, of course, loving all the content. Thanks, Isabella. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not paying for YouTube either. Like, I'm just not. I want to get paid from YouTube. I don't want to pay YouTube. But, oh no. Okay, you're back. Cool.
Yeah, I think I have lipstick on my teeth. That's why I turned it off.
Oh, got it. But yeah, I know part 2 is going to be tomorrow on Udoka's channel.
Yes. So we'll see the
what
legal.
What did you think about it?
I said we'll see the legal ramifications tomorrow in part 2. Man, when I heard about it, when I first heard about it, I was like, what? And I still feel like I don't understand it well enough because to me, it just comes off as a kink thing. But then seeing how obviously some of these women were affected, and then I think maybe it's part 2 that they talk about the money. Once the money part and the mental health part starts coming up.
Oh, hold on. I gotta get Sarah out of here. Sarah, you're gonna go. We're not doing this today. All right.
Does Sarah likes to play games?
Yeah.
Sarah.
She blocked.
Sarah, why did you do that to yourself? You know, it's too late to play games.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel like what confuses me the most, so I can't wait for part 2, is how is Angela still on here on TikTok doing the same thing?
Damn.
She's still on here, and if you see the comments, people are like, "Oh, daddy, I can't wait. I'll never leave you. Yes, please."
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is just very interesting, and I want to know who was the first person to file a report, what happened. And I think you're right that Angela's very smart because Angela has other people handle all of the stuff,
right,
so that it's harder for it to be traced back to Angela.
And I also want to know, and this is now just my opinion with no facts to back this up whatsoever. Disclaimer. I think that this whole kink thing, I think it is kinky at times, but I think it's kind of a cover up. I think that's something that they can say it's kinky. I think some of those women are probably going into the bathroom and having fun and like getting a knife or so and doing a little something. And then I think because to show that they really love her and like that. And I think Angela produces it as it's kinky, but I don't think, it's so hard because you have to now like separate what is kinky from what is just like self-harm, right?
Dangerous.
And I think it's more self-harm than it is kinky, in my opinion. I think kinky is what they use to cover up these nice words, these words they're thinking about the law here, at least Angela is. So there's a reason why she hasn't been arrested yet. Maybe the cops are working on it. And who knows? I hope the cops are, because when I watch documentaries, because documentaries are like my favorite things to watch, you hear about these cases where the cops are working on this for like 2 years. And, they're trying to gather up all this information. So I'm hoping TikTok does their due diligence and report her, and I really do hope that TikTok, they need to have some departments for shit. They really do, because their ass will be on Capitol Hill soon. Their ass is going to be on Capitol Hill soon, because if they don't cut this, because I'm sure there's keep your hands clean as possible. Yeah, I'm sure like I don't buy that TikTok just doesn't know anything about this. I mean, it's been stuff that are trending, and it doesn't make any sense. But it just sounded to me that Petty Page is not like that chick at all.
Yeah,
she's like,
not like her.
Yeah, it's so obvious. But yeah, those are like my thoughts on part 1. I think TikTok can step their game. I think that chick is a complete con artist. I think this chick I don't think she's like super rich, because I feel like,
I don't think so.
Like, how many people are buying her shit? I don't think she's like super rich like that, but I do believe she has like a whole nother life of her own.
Yes.
And God forbid one of those people actually meet her. So I don't know. I think this is all just a con so she doesn't have to work.
Yeah. I don't know what she does for work, but I know she has a regular job. I don't know what it is though.
But Anne said both parties need both parties need informed consent. I don't think all of the women have that for it to be legitimate blank. But I don't know much about that.
No,
yeah,
I think that's true.
I think, but I think, you know, just like that case we talked about, how the girl was like telling that guy to unalive himself. I think there's a huge, I believe there to be like a huge similarity here, and that it could be, there should be legal action, because I do believe the text message, although it's like really damning to look at, it also illustrates that they knew her mental state. And the fact that they told her to go to the hospital means they pretty much knew that. So for them to even say that, you know, self-harm and etc., that just only goes on to show their negligence and they're wanting her to, so they all need to be charged, in my opinion. But I think who really needs to be charged is just that female. And I also think that people care more about the men cult leaders than they do about the female cult leaders. I think there's sexism with that. I think the media only likes to pick up the men cult leaders instead of the female ones, because I've seen just the past on YouTube of cults and stuff, and you know, no one seems to really care. Or if it's a female doing it, they're like, no, that wasn't really a cult. It was just like a parasocial relationship. I'm like, when you take a closer look at these similarities and you know, these qualifications and stuff, it pretty much fits a fucking cult. So, you know, it's just different when it's females to when it's men.
Yeah. No, I see that.
But Anne, I thought you were saying, I understood that you meant kink, but I thought you were saying link to be like, you know. Jake goes, yo, is that Whoopi Goldberg? What? Is it because what? Who are you calling Whoopi, Jake?
I wish.
Are you Jake from State Farm? Is that who you are, Jake? Jake from State Farm? By the way, Jake from State Farm is now black. Ever since that whole Black Lives Matter movement, Jake from State Farm has been black.
Oh, I didn't notice the correlation.
Real quick.
That's funny.
They changed that real quick. But yeah, any last thoughts before we end the live? Thank you guys for watching and tuning in. This was really fun, and I can't wait to do tomorrow's live on your channel, because this is like, I'm dying to see part 2. I feel like one of those people in the commercials where I want to watch part 2 now and then like pretend I haven't seen it tomorrow.
I
know. but yeah. Oh, Janice goes, what time tomorrow? What time are we doing the live? Because she lives central, I live East Coast.
Like 7 Central, around the same time that we did this one.
So 8 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Central. So I always say, no, it's not me, it's you. It's on your channel. For me, I'm like 8:30-ish, 8:15-ish, because sometimes like shit happens. But yeah, it's your live, so we'll probably be there on time.
Yeah, 7:30-ish Central.
7:30-ish
Central. 7:30-ish Central. I'm looking at that case of the girlfriend that you were talking about. They're gonna make a documentary about her, about the whole situation.
Really? Oh, interesting.
That's interesting. There's a lot. There's so much stuff to talk about.
Oh, should we tell them?
Yes.
Yeah, the ones who are staying after 2 hours and 12 minutes and change into this, we are, drumroll, boom. Okay, start live together. Starting a podcast together.
Yes, we're gonna have a new channel where we react to things together.
Oh, do you want to tell them the name of our podcast?
Can y'all guess the name? What do y'all think the name of the podcast is? Somebody's gonna guess it. Somebody's gonna guess the name.
To give like a hint, it's kind of comical. It's funny. I mean, I guess those are the same things. I don't think they'll guess it though. It's funny, but I'm not sure if it's guessable. Janice is like, woo. Anne goes, this was awesome. I love listening to the dialogue between the two of you. Y'all should do this all the time. We will.
We'll be doing it all the time. Well, let me see if this plays.
Can anyone guess the name?
Can anyone guess? I don't know. Can they hear what I was playing? Could you hear what I was playing?
I couldn't.
No, you couldn't hear it. Oh, because I have my headphones on. I was playing a hint. But yeah, the name of the podcast is Joe Mama.
What?
No.
Okay.
No.
Wait. No, let me play something. Hold on. I'll play something as a hint. This should be like a fun hint. Okay.
Oh, no, I should have done it on my phone.
I don't know because I feel like. Hold on. Kelly.
He takes that 5%. He takes that 5%. He takes that 5%. He takes that 5%.
Anyone can guess now. That was pretty much like giving you what the name is. Jake says, let me stop saying Jake from State Farm. Have you guys ever listened to the Crime Junkies podcast? It's about Anne Frank and how she hid in the food court during Vietnam. Why would you come up with Frenchie? Are you saying that because we're Black or something? Joe Mama? Like, why would that be like, you know? Okay. Oh, you know what we can do? Like tomorrow. So if you guys tune into her live, then tomorrow we'll like tell you, right? Or do you just want to say it's also not that serious too. So
yeah.
No,
let's leave them on the cliffhanger.
Okay, cool.
Easy.
Do you still want to leave them on the cliffhanger?
Yeah, let's leave them on the cliffhanger.
Okay, cool. So we'll see you tomorrow around the same time, 8 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Central time on Udoka's channel. I'll do like a community post and link it, but yeah. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye guys. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. We'll see you soon.